my fat belly.
There you go.
They heard me say that.
Oh.
We're going live so you can look at my fat belly. I'm wearing the wrong shirt and a bunch of I just lost it. Amber and a bunch of amber. Hi everybody.
Hello.
So, I got Emily here.
I'm back with my new hair.
Isn't it pretty? I love it.
Look at that. Looks wild on this.
I think it looks good. Look at me.
Sorry, I'm still
Somebody
chewing.
needs to pop me.
Pop you like a zit.
Pop me like a zit.
Pop me like a zit too next.
Well, hello everybody, and people will be jumping on in a minute because I'm 2 minutes early. Oh, there's Billy.
Hi,
hey,
Billy. Hi, miss you.
Don't look at my fat stomach. So.
Oh, get out of here.
I need to walk with a podium.
I'm
just
just gonna have to beat him up, guys.
I need a podium just to walk around with a podium.
We're talking about crystals and stone jewelry today.
Crystals
just
and
like
stone jewelry. All
stones
sorts of
in
fun
general.
stuff.
We got a bunch of stones in today. We got a bunch of geodes.
Yes, we did.
And they're all different kinds. There are quartz and selenite. There's some amethyst and quartz. There's some tourmaline quartz quartz with tourmaline inclusions. There's druzy pieces of quartz in the geodes. They're gorgeous. They're really beautiful.
And let me tell you, she spent her day literally over rocks all afternoon pricing.
All I did today was price rocks and crystals and set butterflies. And I set probably 40 butterflies and priced over 60 crystals.
Yeah. And there's still another whole box.
Yeah, and there's still some more. But it was fun. I like doing stuff like that. It's fun for me. So we're gonna talk about what I have on here.
And just to let you guys know, we're not going to talk about just jewelry.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about natural stone in all forms of element.
Right. Okay, so this looks super gorgeous, right?
Isn't that pretty?
Now, let me tell you exactly. There are some pieces of jasper on here, some agate. There's some, this is a flower agate piece. It's a pretty cool little piece. But majority of this is agate.
These are cool
too. And some like the green ones, unfortunately the green ones have been dyed.
Hey David, who is that? David?
Hi David. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
So
we're talking about crystals and crystal jewelry today.
Those are really popular in the 70s.
Yes.
Hugely popular in the 70s.
Agate is just such a gorgeous like stone that could be used, that was used often in multiple different kinds of things. Hi Michelle.
So if you're wearing a lot of like fringe, a lot of browns, a lot of stuff like that, and you're going with the hippie vibe, these always do well with that.
Yes, and you could like do a little research, and when someone asks you about it, you could be like, yo, this is agate.
Yeah.
When this is flower agate and stuff, you know. Hi Mike.
And so that's what this is too. Kind
of
a mixture of different stones.
This is also, yeah. Oh, there's some lace agate here. This is a piece, you can't really see it, maybe. No, not really. This is a piece of lace agate. Now these have, I think this has petrified wood.
Oh, speaking of.
And this has
slices that we got petrified
amethyst wood on here. Oh yeah, and so we got these slices when we got those other geodes in of petrified wood.
Thanks for joining us. Look at the petrified wood. Isn't that cool? So those of you who don't know, petrified wood is very hard to come by.
Yes.
Because it has to be underwater for a moment.
It's almost like an opal.
Yeah.
Opals are created underwater or in a water source, and naturally, obviously. So it's kind of the same thing with petrified wood.
And some petrified wood can be worth a fortune.
Yes,
those are the big pieces.
If it has a lot of colors, a lot of different colors, like now this one only has maybe 3 or 4 different colors, so it wouldn't be too expensive, and it's also like a thin sliced slab.
Yeah.
But if you found a big piece that was thick, maybe like this big around, those can be worth quite a bit of money if they have multiple different colors in them and are not damaged
This is a
in
cool
any way.
piece of petrified wood.
This is really cool.
This is petrified.
Now with this is so heavy. Like you would not think
Isn't that cool?
that this is heavy, but it's actually heavy. It's a stone. You can hear it.
Oh yeah, it
It's
transforms
hard.
it to stone.
And there are, oh no. Let's see if we can do. Now if you look here, you can see how all the porous holes in this have been filled up, and that's most likely filled with crystal inclusions.
Mm-hmm. It is heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
It's remarkably heavy. So, you have something else around your neck?
Yes, I also have some pearls. And because we can't forget, now, I know we're talking about crystals and stuff like that, but
we're
pearls,
talking natural.
yeah, and natural. Pearls are absolutely stunning. I mean, these are just iridescent. They're teeny tiny, but they're gorgeous.
And these are probably seed pearls.
Yes.
Probably cultivated in a farm.
But they're just so cool. They're just all different types of shapes and sizes. And this is also something that's still that's pretty popular now.
Yeah. Hugely popular.
Is the pearls. Like everybody just loves pearls
and we
these days.
all know how pearls are made, right?
Right.
It's a little piece of foreign object inside of a clam or oyster, and over time it becomes a pearl.
It's almost like a clam. It's almost like when a clam or oyster has a calcium deposit.
That's what it is. Thank you.
But what happens is the inside of the pearl coats that little piece of like a calcium deposit. It's similar to that. I don't know exactly what it is, but I was reading about it the other day. Oh, me too. Hi, Lynn. I'm a July baby, so I love pearls too.
I'm an August baby, and I would rather have a opal as my birthstone.
Oh, yeah.
Than what is my birthstone? Peridot?
Peridot. What did you say? August? Yeah.
August? I think peridot.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not the biggest fan. So now I'm going to tell you about what I
Yes.
have around my neck.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get into
I'm
the amber.
draped in amber.
And you know what? Here's something else. Amber, for some reason, nobody really gets how cool amber is. I don't think you understand. Every single piece of amber that is found from right now is at least 2,000 years old.
At least.
At least 2,000,
And
sometimes older than that.
I can tell you that the amber I have on now, the real amber that I have on now, because I'm holding one that isn't real, and goes back further than 2000
Yeah.
probably, because these are from the 70s, 60s. Amber's been popular in jewelry forever. The amber room, we all know about the amber room. And we have cufflinks in amber. They make a lot of different things in amber, mostly jewelry, because amber is a soft, porous thing. But I want to show you how to tell the difference between real amber and fake amber.
Yes.
And the first and foremost, let me tell you, amber in its original form is sap from a tree. It's sap from a tree, so it's a liquid, right? If there are spiders in your amber, if there is anything that has any strength, meaning a spider, a scorpion, anything like that,
really, period.
the only insect you'll find is a fly or a mosquito.
Yeah.
But anything that's got legs, the amber's not real, because amber is liquid and it can walk out of it.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
If it was something that was like prehistoric, now prehistoric amber, that because everything was 10 times bigger than it is now, right? So we're talking about the pieces of amber back then that were coming off of trees were probably like big droplets that were like this big. Now that is prehistoric, and in that case, that's something that is like probably
Different.
the most rare thing.
Yeah.
It's not something that you would ever find like at a thrift store or anything like that. So
I'll tell you how rare it is. Jurassic Park.
yeah.
In order to the movie to even exist, they found a mosquito in amber, and they used the DNA inside the mosquito from feeding on the dinosaur to create the dinosaurs.
Yes.
So, black light. If you collect amber, you should have a black light. Okay,
Very important.
black light. Okay, so it's something that shows up.
Okay,
Okay,
oh,
black
you're
light.
my hair.
You can see the difference in the black light, how it makes it darker, right? So this, I'm going to tell you, Can you hold that for me?
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, let's get a little bit closer.
let's hold this one too. Hello, you guys. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? So I've got 2 amber necklaces here. I've got this one and this one. So before I tell you which one is real and which one isn't, and show you how to tell, can you guys guess which one's real?
Which one do you think is real? The one I'm holding, or
This
the
one?
one that Jason is holding?
This one or this one? Let's get you closer up. This one or this one? This is the real one.
Now let him explain why, because
Yep.
you couldn't really tell.
No, okay, let me show you here. So you take a black light and you shine it on the amber. If you look at the amber, it glows under the black light, right? You can see through it, and it glows from beginning to end, right? So if you look at it, you can see, I hope you guys are seeing this okay. If you look at it, you can see
That's good.
the glowing, okay?
You can see it in that one.
If you hold this one up, and we look at it, look, it just reflects
There's
right back
no
off.
glow.
This
at
is
all.
plastic.
It doesn't even go. The light doesn't
No.
even go through. It doesn't even penetrate.
So if you go, and amber is bringing a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Amber
Amber is
worth its weight in gold.
Yes,
Trust me.
amber is always normally a pretty rare. It's either rare, depending on the color. There's
Yeah.
different colors of it too. Can make it a rare amber.
Blue or cherry.
Yeah, blue, the cherry, the green,
Yeah.
the yellow. The yellow ones now have to be very, very yellow, not orange at all. They have to literally look like citrine almost, but
Yellow.
weigh almost absolutely nothing. Like this one he has here is called Honey Amber,
Yep, and you see it's turning it white.
and
And
yeah,
Through?
with it being turning it white like that, that's how you can tell that it's real.
Yeah.
It's penetrating through the amber.
Yep, you can see
You
what
can
I have
see
on my
that
neck
it's
is real.
turning the color.
Mhm.
It's turning a fluorescent white color. So
Mm-hmm.
with this Honey Amber though, this is something that is very rare and worth more money than a regular amber piece.
Yes. So I'm going to tell you, they price amber by weight, just like they
Yeah.
do gold. And some of it can be expensive. Some can be $1 per ounce. Some can be more. The rarer is more. Blue amber. So Steve and I went to St. Thomas.
Yes.
And in St. Thomas they had a amber museum that we went to, and we learned
So
a lot
cool.
of different techniques on how to care for amber, a lot of ways to tell the difference between
To identify.
the types of amber. Amber is identified location by color. So cherry is usually a China amber,
Barbara.
a Chinese amber, rare amber. Blue amber comes from Siberia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so different color ambers come from different places, and the more expensive the amber is by color. So blue amber is some of the most expensive amber you can find.
why it turns blue. There's a reason why it turns blue.
We will get back to you and tell you.
Yeah, I forgot. Well, we can't
Also,
think of it right now.
real plastic floats. Real amber does not.
Yes. And if you do not mind about penetrating the amber, another way you
Yes.
can tell is heating up one end of a pin, and if it bubbles and goes through, then it's I think it's fake if it does that. And if it doesn't bubble or make any kind of color around when you do it, when you penetrate it with the end of a hot needle, then it's real.
And I'm going to tell you, you'll get the smell of sap.
Yes, and you would smell something.
Yeah. So that's amber. So, like I said, we do have a lot of different amber things, like
We've got
the
some
cufflinks.
cufflinks, we have brooches.
Yep.
I think at one point-
Necklaces. So as you can see, it's going through it. So this is real. It's turning it translucent. So pretty cool, huh? So that's some of the amber that we have that's natural. The other thing that, because we are in Michigan and we hold one of the largest copper deposits on Earth, we thought we'd talk a little bit about copper
Yes,
as well.
copper and mostly copper.
The copper pieces you see here that I'm going to show you here, like this copper here, and this copper here, These came from
And some of them are green because copper over time
oxidizes.
Yeah, oxidizes and turns green.
Amber can be very expensive, yes. It can be, that's why a lot of fakes are made, because that's a lower price, because amber, like she said, takes 2,000 to a million years to create.
Yes.
Plus, World War II kind of wiped out the world of amber due to
actually,
the Amber Room.
A lot of jewelry that was made during the Depression era and before that, the era before that, that was mostly all amber because it was kind of something that was the only thing that was worth any value that they could find easily, because they still had mining and miners. And the original clip art sterling silver setting was the first sterling silver setting to be known as a setting that had like embellished kind of looking setting, like it wasn't just a plain setting, it had like a little daisy or calla lily or flower, and that was during the Depression era, and mostly only set with amber pieces.
And the Tsar Nicholas, the last Tsar Nicholas of Russia, dedicated a room called the Amber Room to his wife Catherine, and created an entire room made out of amber, which depleted the world of pretty much of all of its amber.
Yeah, it got really
and
greedy
then
there.
During World War II, Hitler decided that he liked the amber, so he dismantled the Amber Room and hid the amber. Nobody's ever been able to find it. So they've been trying to redo the Amber Room, and it's again
Hitler.
depleting. It's again starting to deplete the world of amber. So an amber necklace of the honeycomb amber can set you back several hundred to $1,000. So yes, it can be expensive.
But when, like we said, if you're
Rare amber.
thrifting, garage sailing,
Have your black light.
have a black light with you, because I guarantee you, you're not going to be able to do any other easy testing at these other places like the ones that we've already told you about. So having a black light with you when you're looking for amber out in the wild definitely is important.
Oh, you're welcome, Kimberly. So back to the copper. The reason why I'm holding copper, and there's millions of things made out of copper.
Yes.
Where the copper comes from can be all over the world. I'm holding these. These are actually gifts that we got from our customers, these ones. We do have some in here as well. But they are all from Lake Superior, which holds some of our largest copper deposits in the country. Lake Superior up along the top. It's also where the copper mines are.
Right.
So
Also where you'll find Petoskey stones.
Petoskey stones.
We're going to talk about Petoskey
Yes.
stones too. We've got some rough.
Of which amber piece? The one I'm wearing? The density? I don't have that information right now because I do not have the ability to do it right here on camera. So I can
Lynn,
get
why
back
don't
to
you just come in here and visit? You haven't been in a while, Missy.
It's not the same Lynn.
Oh, it's not the same Lynn. Never
No,
mind.
this is.
I take it back.
Although you probably met Lynn. No, you probably met Lynn. Lynn
okay.
lives far away, so that's why she doesn't come.
I saw the Lynn I thought it was
Yeah.
recently at a garage sale.
This
And I
is
thought that was her.
Lynn. I will get back to you on that. Steve is actually better at the densities and stuff like that. It's really thick, though. You can tell. Anyways,
Okay, so here we
Petoskey.
go with Petoskey. So I have a rough piece here, which is super neat. We've got lots of, well, we don't have lots, but we have a couple of pieces that are pretty cool of Petoskey. And then here's one that's kind of been glazed. And okay, so now we do also know about Petoskey that this is, we have it here in Michigan because it is a type of fossilized coral that was only found in our water, in our freshwater area.
and it dates back to when the Great Lakes filled during the Ice Age, when the wind,
Yes.
what it caused, and I actually knew this from the last time. What happens is when the ice shelves moved back, it
Isn't it
dragged the
Yeah,
ground, and when the water was deposited into the Great Lakes, it caused these to break off and scatter all along the bottom of Lake Superior and Lake Michigan and other lakes, and that's why we find them only in our Great Lakes. You can't find them anywhere else.
So, and just so you guys know, when you are looking for Petoskey pieces, when you're like at the beach or whatever,
They're not going to be like this.
they're not going to look like this. But if they do, grab them because they're cool, and you can't really find pieces that look this well fossilized. Really, but if you do, and if you see pieces like this, definitely grab them.
Yes. So we talked about how we're not going to only talk about jewelry. So I'm going to show you some. She grabbed some boxes. Why don't? Hello.
Yeah, go ahead and.
Where are they at? Over here.
Oh, they're right by the.
Yeah. So she grabbed some boxes.
Oh, let me do this one real quick.
Oh,
Here's a good
Petoskey. Oh,
that's
cool.
been tumbled. You can
Yes.
tell. It's shiny, so it's been tumbled.
So shell is a good thing that you look at because shell is a natural function. So the inlaid shell boxes that you will find are absolutely stunning. They are all inlaid, so it's carved out first, and then they inlay the shell by hand. The same way that they do like the wood inlay and this, like the wood inlay you see here, but this also has, I think, is that wood?
Yeah, this is wood inlay.
Yeah.
So there's
I thought maybe that was a stone, but
there's shell and wood in
Yeah.
that one.
isn't
And
that
some
beautiful?
of those are probably petrified wood slices.
Oh, they could, yeah, and leather. I think that's leather.
Yeah, that's leather.
So, and then some of the other, like this. Look at this. Isn't that cool? The bear.
That's a piece of lepidolite, which
Lepidolite.
often gets confused with
Isn't that
amethyst. Lepidolite is actually a really cool stone because it has a little bit
see
of
the
lithium in
sparkle?
it. So it's good for anxiety, and it's good for stress, and as a stress relieving stone, because it has a very small bit of lithium in it, which is kind of weird to think about, but it's pretty neat.
Isn't that
And
neat?
so if you've ever been, looking for something that's a stone that has properties for anxiety and stress relief, definitely look at lepidolite because it's not super expensive, and it's pretty, and it has a little bit of lithium in it.
This isn't lepidolite, but
No, believe that's a type of jasper. To me, it looks like it has. I mean, the colors that it show it that it's a type of jasper.
so the Native American do a lot of the bears as fetishes that they hold in their pockets and
Yeah.
stuff. Because I know we've had a few little fetish over there that
Yeah,
were
little
there.
fetish bags.
But these tend to be found on reservations that you can buy and such. So are they terribly old? Probably not, but they're cool as can be.
Yeah, they're really cool. Anything that
What do you think? That
you
is?
could,
Crystal? You know, speaking
it has a rainbow in it.
of
It's
bears, like this
quartz.
inlaid, this is a bear pendant, probably from the Zuni tribe, which is prevalent here. But isn't that beautiful? Red. What is you?
So I would say that is.
Is it dyed?
No, this is jasper.
Jasper?
Real red jasper.
Real red jasper. Look at that, and the little bear pendant.
He did show you those two bear carvings, but we also got in. Where'd you put that
What?
little dolphin carving?
Oh no, he's sitting. He's here. Oh, he's underneath that. See the pendulum over there above that one.
Oh, I see it. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got some other carvings in. This is a crystal quartz, and it's a Pegasus. And I'm able to tell that it's a crystal quartz piece because when I look at it a certain way in the light, there is a rainbow up here. You won't be able to see it really in here, but
I don't know, maybe.
but there's a little bit of a rainbow you can see up here. You won't be able to see it on here, but and then we also got this piece of amethyst
The dolphin on the way.
that has a dolphin on a wave, and this has lots of little rainbows in it. There's a rainbow inclusion right here. You guys see that? See that little bit of rainbow? And then there's another one in the dolphin right here. You can kind of see that. And there's another one right here as well. So this was a really cool piece that we got in, and I was very excited to price this and check it out and look at it. And it's a piece of amethyst. Oh, look at there. You can see it. See that flash?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Look at that. That's
It's
gorgeous.
almost like the star sapphire, the star inside of rose quartz.
Yes. So that flash right there is a rainbow flash in this piece of amethyst that's been... Oh, there's so many little rainbow flashes
I
in
know,
here.
isn't that fun?
That's awesome.
So tell me about this.
You both know so much about your pieces, not me.
That's
Oh.
why she's here to talk about these pieces, because I am not an expert at all.
I try...
I know Amber.
Yeah, he's actually taught me a lot about amber.
I know Amber.
And amber's been one of my favorite stones, but I love crystals and stones and stuff
So
like that.
I'm going to show you this here
Oh,
real
yes.
close up, because this is a cool piece and it's a rare stone.
This is
You
white
said-
and red dendrite jasper.
Also known as pudding.
Yeah, it could be. I don't think this is pudding stone, but
Okay.
it's similar to pudding stone.
Mhm.
This is a very rare type of jasper because it almost has, so there's these, it almost looks like cinnabar, but it's not. There's also, you can't really see it, but in this white part, there are like veins that are a very light blue color. And that included with the dark red inclusions tell me that it's dendrite.
Yes, jasper is a type of stone.
Yes. Jasper is, there's so many different types of jaspers. Go ahead and just like Google jasper
Yeah,
one
there's
day.
a lot of different
and
jaspers.
there's like, same with agate. But some of them are very rare and some of them are only found in certain places. So it's a really cool stone because you never know what you're going to get with it. And they're always really colorful. Speaking of the agate, grab me one of those rough, these. Where's that? This. Okay, now these are wrapped up so you won't be able to tell really, but, oh yes you can. We got some pieces of rough, crazy lace. Let's see. Let me try to, I don't know if you can tell. Maybe. Oh, kinda. But it's a piece of rough, crazy lace agate, which is normally found in Mexico. It's got like these little crazy designs on it that almost look like a worm kind of just like went around inside the stone and like made all these little weird circles and stuff. So, but we got a bunch of pieces of this in, and it's just really cool. It's all
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
rough. There's, I think, 3 or 4 pieces of rough crazy lace agate, which is a really cool thing. So if you
And
wanted to,
pyrite.
if you wanted to make a carving yourself, and you needed a piece of rough stone, but you wanted it to be cool and not something plain, you can come get a piece of rough crazy lace agate.
All right, I have 2 things that I want to end this on, but I'm going to do a little quick thing because we talked about how it's not just jewelry, it's all their figures.
Yeah.
This cat's eye is a
Oh, yes.
gorgeous little Buddha, and it's a cat's eye, it's a tie tack.
Tiger's eye.
Or, I'm sorry, what did I say?
Cat's eye.
Oh,
same thing.
tiger's eye. And so the tiger's eye, I just love tiger eye.
It's so cool. Yeah, hematite.
Hematite,
And
thank
I
you.
believe that's brass. That's
Brass
the
and
color.
hematite. Look at that hematite, isn't it gorgeous? I mean, an all black outfit with this. It
So
almost-
great.
I
Such a
mean,
statement piece.
it's almost like you walked into a gold mining place and walked out with
Yeah.
this on your and walked out with this. I'm telling you. And then of course rose quartz is always a go-to for
everyone loves
your
rose quartz. Self-care stone,
yeah.
self-love.
So a lot of your pewter will have either amethyst or rose quartz with it, which is pretty cool. The other thing I want to talk about on a natural ability here before we get to the one that you can only find in Detroit is butterfly wing.
Yes.
Butterfly
Morpho,
wing.
Morpho butterfly wings were used a lot in the 1900s when they made
That is butterflies.
brooches and earrings and pieces like
Sweater
that.
clips, all sorts
And
of
then
stuff.
it kind of faded out because they didn't really like the fact that they were using the butterfly wings.
then
And
in
then
the
in the 70s it came back
Big
and
time.
they started making these pendants because they started to use ethically sourced butterflies that died on their own and stuff like
And
that.
I'm going to tell you, most of your butterfly wing jewelry is going to be of a beach scene, tropical with palm trees, because it's easier for them to work with that and create those with the butterfly wings.
I think they were also probably always mostly found in tropical areas, those types of
Oh,
butterflies
possibly.
as well.
Because we work with butterfly wings, and they're the thickness of your hair.
Yeah, they are so thin. It's so frustrating. I set 40 butterflies today,
Yeah.
and I was literally shaking by the end of the day, like how gentle I have to be with everything.
So we're going to end this with something that can only be found in Metro Detroit. It is so sought after
One
that
of the coolest things I've ever come across in my
people
life.
in Los Angeles have created their own style of this so that they can, get it and sell it calling it locally sourced things.
Yeah.
But in the 1950s, when the car industry was at its heyday, and a lot of you know about this, the painters, the people who would paint the cars, they'd sit in there with all masked up and they'd paint the cars. The overspray would get on all of the columns and stuff like that. And the workers were allowed to go home or to go and scrape it off and take it home. This is Fordite. I wish I had one.
I know that was
done.
smoothed out.
But this is Fordite. Now,
so Fordite
go ahead.
is layers and layers and layers and layers of automotive paint that has been
This is raw.
that has over time just created a type of stone. It's a very light stone. It's almost as light as amber is. There's no real thickness to it. There's no real weight to it. But a sliver of this stuff. Now, if it was easy and we could just like sliver off a piece.
Look.
There is one in the case.
Yeah, I have it
Is
right
there?
now.
Oh yeah. If we were to cut a little
Are you talking about
sliver
that one?
off of this and smooth it out and roughed out like all the sides, then it would look. There's a pendant on a stand. He said.
No,
then it
that's
would
all.
look like a. It would look like a psychedelic type of painting. It would be
The
like a
pendant
bunch of
soles,
different
too.
colors, and it would be just like layers and layers and layers of all these different colors and into a shape. And it's just one of the coolest things ever. And the fact that it's only in Michigan is like even cooler. The Los Angeles stone that he's talking about that they tried to create that was similar to ours is made with graffiti paint.
And they call it graffitiite.
Yeah, graphitite or something
So,
like that.
because everybody wants to be like Detroit, and you can't get this today, you'd have to go to the sludge fields, and there is a good chance that, really? He says there's one in here. I could have sworn I sold it. I think it was right there. But that's,
see it.
go ahead and tell them about sludge fields. I'll look real quick.
Oh, the sludge fields.
Yeah, they'll fall in and never be seen again.
Oh yeah, basically it's not, you won't ever survive that. If you go to a sludge field, you'll never come out. Just stay away. Don't even do it. And now that we're on that, let me just tell you guys too, there are pieces like this.
Isn't that cute?
This is a hat pin. Also, this isn't like jewelry, you know what I mean? It can be jewelry, but it's a hat pin. You could wear it as just a regular pin. And then here's a red one. And now I just recently found this out. So not all red pieces that are vintage, in vintage, thank you, it is pretty, that are in vintage jewelry is red coral. It is.
Right.
There's also another stone that's called no sterling by copper, he said. There's also another stone that looks like red coral that's called Rosarita. And Rosarita is kind of like it's almost like a dyed agate stone, but it comes out, it was already very dark, so it's like a darker stone that's an agate type of piece, but it's dyed to be very vibrant with a red ink or a blue ink like this
I
one.
don't see what he's talking about, so. I don't see what Steve is telling me, so she's gonna look real quick, but if we can't find it right now, I'll come on and I'll show you again. With the Fordite, I want you to see the colors determine the price, and the things that have the most color, me or her? I think she wants to know what ring you're wearing.
Oh,
I'm wearing the greenstone.
Adventure?
No,
Oh, jade.
No.
Or malachite.
malachite. My ring is malachite, but
This is a black tourmaline.
yeah.
And then this is a tiger's eye and topaz. I usually have like
See,
rings
I was
on
gonna
all
say,
of my fingers.
You have
but
very little amount of rings. I know
don't
why
have
you want
any
that
on.
ring. It matches that.
Yeah.
So-
this is also a piece that I got. I believe I got it here.
You could have.
This is a piece of obsidian. I thought it was onyx, but I put it under a light source and I can see through it very barely, but so it's obsidian. It's the one on my left hand. This one here, this is the one you're talking about. This is black tourmaline. A friend of mine gave this to me. Yeah, this is protection stone, and it's not it's not like a sterling stone, you can tell, see? But I wear it because when I'm not wearing my obsidian ring, this is something that I always have with me, so for protection.
So anyways, there's a lot. I mean, everything
Yeah.
is made from tables to, I mean, you've got your marble tables with this all natural.
You even have
Everything.
like inlaid tables. There's inlaid trays that people have that people use to make their tobacco cigarettes.
That's so pretty.
To make their tobacco cigarettes
Oh,
on.
please, come on now.
And then also like jewelry boxes have lots of different inlaid stones. Stones were used for everything, really.
Everything.
So we kind of just wanted to get a touch
Yeah,
on,
that's a good example of
stones and
inlaid.
pearls. Yes.
That's a
Oh,
good-
I love
of
that ring.
That's a good example of inlaid stone
This
ring.
has got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different stones in it.
Yeah. In one ring. It's so small, though.
It is really teeny. I don't
Anyways,
even think it fit my pinky.
thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, I absolutely love doing this.
And I learn a lot when we're talking about stones because there's so many.
Yeah, there's a
You
lot.
can't even tell. I mean, one stone looks like the other sometimes.
That's
I
very
always
true.
say we don't deal in money or stamps because you can have two that look exactly the same and one can be worth $1 million and another one is worth 0.
Yes.
Stones can sometimes be the same way.
Yeah, that's very true.
But
That's
then
very
we have
true.
knowledge of people like Emily who can help us with that.
I do a lot of research with
Oh,
just
you're
for
welcome,
fun.
Lynn.
Just for fun, I do like look up reasons on why stones are the way they are and stuff like that.
I don't know what my next week's topic is, but we will always take what?
Will I be here next week?
Yeah, of
too?
course you will.
Okay, cool.
If you have topics you want us to talk about, please let us know.
Yeah, give
And
us
the
some
sooner the
ideas.
better. I like the informational ones as well.
Yeah.
So, can you grab that?
Yes. I'll
Thank
do
you.
that.
So maybe next week, if you have any ideas, please let us know. How about cleaning natural stone? We could talk about cleaning natural stone, or we could talk about cleaning jewelry again. We could talk about glass. We could talk about anything. Because if I know in advance what you want to talk about.
Who am I
Oh!
Amy?
Tell Kevin we said hello, Kim. And so, we can talk about anything. So we can talk about vintage clothes. We can talk about how to care for vintage clothes. How, about the repair process for vintage clothes. If you want to talk about lighting. If you want to talk about anything. Just shoot us a message. Let us know what it is that you want to talk about. That way I can do my little bit of research if necessary. And Emily and I will be on to talk about it. But thank you so much.
Yeah, we're doing our live show right now, so he's doing that. But what's
All right. Well, you guys have a good flight, and it was great seeing you today. And keep watching. And Kevin, have a great flight. I know, Kimberly, you live here. But watch us next week. Watch us every week. This will be on YouTube tomorrow, and I want to give
Thank you. Have a good one.
Emily a shout out again for coming in and being a part of this, and for next year. Enjoy your night too, Lynn. I will talk to you all later. Have a good night. Say goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you next week.
There you go. Bye, you guys.